Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I thought for today's video I would show you how I cover up my redness and like blemishes. This also works for honestly anything that you want to cover up, freckles, anything like that. I naturally have like rosy colored cheeks and my face breaks out quite a bit. I am in the process of trying the new Proactive MD, so I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. But I've kind of always struggled with acne. It has been worse in the last couple of years, like adult acne and stuff. So I rely really big on covering this up and making it not so red. And also I don't like my cheeks to be like super red. So these are just a couple tricks that I do every day to help get the redness down, cover up my breakouts, and like I said, you can use this to cover up anything that you want to cover up. So to start, whenever I do my makeup, I like to clip my hair back. So just clip it back. Alright, and so to cover up my blemishes, I use two things. I use the Urban Decay Naked in the green, and then I use the Shape Tape. I love Shape Tape. It's what I use to conceal on my face, but you can honestly use any concealer. This color, it's probably going to be hard to notice in a video, but just to like let you know, I use light neutral after I have foundation when I'm contouring and doing all of that, and then I use light medium under the foundation when I'm trying to cover up my blemishes. So kind of tell like they're a little different shades. And so this color I always use under my foundation. This one I use after I have the foundation on. I use that one on top of it. So at this point I already have lotion on my face, whatever kind of lotion you want, and a primer. I think it's really important to do both of those steps. I also have eczema, so I have really dry skin, so I'm big on like moisturizing my face. So I always moisturize and do a primer. I mean, my face breaks out, but I still do think those are two important steps to kind of create that barrier between the foundation and your skin. So by this point, I've already put on lotion and a primer. And then I will go in next with this guy. And depending on how bad my face is, sometimes I use a bunch of this. Sometimes it's only little dots. Depends on how much you want to cover, how bad my face is. So I usually just put it on the really like bad breakouts. So for sure right here, and like this guy. And then probably just a little right there. And no matter if I'm just doing a simple little look, whatever, I always do these two things before I put foundation on my face, because I like how it creates that extra coverage, because I don't want to put foundation on and then have the redness and all this sticking out. So I just take a little sponge and just work it, and a little does really go a long way with this stuff. So you can kind of just like work it all over. And it is important to just make it as smooth as a layer as possible, so you don't have a lot of greenness and then maybe it like sticks through the foundation. So that's why you want it to be like a thin layer, so it does get covered up by the foundation and you can't see it through. I just work it all over. You can already tell, see the green. Then I'll go in with, again, I love Shape Tape, but whatever concealer you want to use will do the trick. So again, I just put it where I mainly put the green. and then just work it all over my face. And I don't usually do this, but you could easily just do this if you're going for a super, just want your redness, your breakouts covered, and you're good to go. You can already see how less red my face is, my cheeks, how less you can see the breakouts. And I just continue to like work it until I think it all looks, all my spots look covered. So again, it's already like you can't see it. And then I'm just gonna grab a foundation to show you what it looks like once my face is covered. And this is my favorite foundation. I think it's great coverage, full coverage, don't need too much. I like that this is the applicator, so it's not messy or anything getting it on your hand or having a dirtier brush or anything like that. And then it's also good for your skin, so I'll just go around and put some on my face just to show you guys the final product. Get some more. And I mean, you can use this trick anywhere too. Like if your chest is breaking out, you know, just anywhere on your body, you could definitely use this trick too to cover it up. And then to blend my foundation, I use a brush like this. I'm just gonna work it in. Blending is very important and is the key to making a smooth, natural looking face, because you obviously don't want any cake face, don't want anything not looking real. And I always go down on my neck and work it out. But one way to also not have like the cakey cake face is to just keep working it out and to make it as smooth and blended as possible. That looks good. And also with doing foundation, I always go back over it too with a blender just to continue to blend it, work it out, and get in like those little creases. And again, just to pick up any excess foundation. So there we go. And then again, you guys can tell you don't see any redness, you don't see any breakouts, you can't see them like at first glance. And I mean, this one is kind of bad, but then in this case, I would just go over it with my other shade of concealer since now it's on top of my foundation, and then light neutral, and just put a little more for a little extra coverage. But those are my tricks to how I cover up my blemishes. Another thing is I set my face with a couple different powders, but my main favorite powder that I use is this MAC one. This again, I use it in the shade NC30. And again, it's gonna add more coverage as well. So especially on those days where I have a lot of breakouts, I have a lot of redness, and I want just that extra coverage, I really like this guy to just give a little more color and make it even more less noticeable. So every layer counts, and you just don't want it, you just want to blend it all and work it all into your skin. But like I was saying earlier, every day, no matter if it's just putting foundation on like this or if it's a full glam look, I'm always doing the green and then a concealer under my foundation just to create that layer over the redness and over the breakouts. To then when my foundation goes on, I already have a good base. I don't really need to put more concealer on. It's already pretty much covered up. So those are two things that I can't live without. Even when it's an easy, simple look, I'm always doing those. So again, it's just the Urban Decay Naked Skin in green. And then I use Shape Tape. I love Shape Tape. And this one's the color Light Medium. And these two just always go under my foundation, no matter what. So yeah, I thought for today I would just show you guys my tricks. I hope you like it. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.